Hi, this is Amy from Good Food on Earth, and today I'm going to show you a couple poses you can do for your arms, shoulders, the upper body for yin yoga. So we're going to start off with one very simple pose, and this is something you might all be familiar with. As you inhale, you're going to raise your left arm up, and then exhale, let your forearm drop as far as it can. You don't want to push your head forward. Keep that body alignment straight. So you have your arm straight, exhale, and then this arm will fall behind. And what you could do is breathe in and lift your other arm up and just rest your hand there on your elbows. So you're going to let gravity help to um, increase the range of motion. It'll help to put some pressure, but you're not going to pull, you're not going to push, just let it rest there. And you will hold this and breathe deeply where your back is straight, your stomach is tucked in so you're not curving your spine, and you'll breathe in deeply there. I'm going to show you um, a variation of this if you're able to do it, and I'll show you from the back view so you can see. So as you can see there, then you'll have both of your hands together, and you'll actually be working this arm and shoulder as well as this one over here. So while we're doing this, and remember keeping that good posture, you'll be breathing in deeply, and you'll be feeling some opening up along here, as well as the breathing. You'll feel that open up from this side of your body. And then when you're done, when you exhale, if you're coming from this point, you're going to first breathe in, lift your arm up, and then exhale, slowly release it down to your side. If you can't go all the way over, what you can do is you can kind of hold your arm so that when you've got your arm up and you've got it maybe to about here, you keep your neck straight, but what you can do is you can kind of hold your elbow with your other arm to kind of let this forearm dangle, and then just keep this from going forward. So to keep it from going forward, you can add that little pressure by holding your arm there. So that is one pose you can do for your arms and your shoulders and opening up your chest. And another one that you can do is called eagle arms. And so for this one, you'll bring your arms out in front of you. And then what you'll do is you'll cross over at the elbows. And if possible, then you'll cross your palms as well. And again, you're keeping your back straight. What you'll feel is that your shoulders push down away from your ears, so they're not going up like this, but keep them down. And breathe in. As you breathe in, you can feel your chest rise up, but your arms stay stable. So your chest will rise, and on the exhale, lower down, and you can feel a bit of movement in your shoulders, and this will open up the back of your shoulders there. If you can't go all the way, just go as far as you can. That's where you find your edge, and stay there and breathe deeply and hold it. And then after some time, if you can go a little bit further, then you do that and you hold that for maybe 1 or 2 breaths and slowly release back to where you started. breathe in a couple more deep breaths before you finally exhale and release. And before you start any new pose, take a deep breath at your calm, at your relaxed position where you're not holding any pose. You'll switch then and do the opposite side. And the same with the pose that I showed you before. You'll switch and do the opposite side. So I'll show you one more for today, and that'll be the extent of our poses for today for the arms. But this one you'll have to see from behind. So so you get your arms up. And see your posture. So this one, if you can't bring your arms all the way back up your back, what you can do is go, again, as far as possible. Maybe your fingers just touch about here, and that's fine. Then you could stay there. The whole idea is to go to your edge, and then you rest in that point where you just can't go any further. And there is a bit of tension there, but there's no pain. So you breathe in deeply and you hold that and you let gravity um, do most of the work for you. So after a few breaths, you might be able to go a little bit deeper into the pose, and you can try that and only stay for a short time. Come back out to your regular edge, breathe in deeply there, and then come fully out and relax before moving on to your next pose. So these poses are really great for your shoulders and arms, your chest, and the upper part of your back. And what you could do when you know some of these poses, like if I'm putting my arms behind my back, then what I can do is incorporate some neck movements in here too. So now I've got my arms in prayer pose behind my back. And then what I can do is I can move and breathe in here for a count of 3 or 4, and come back to center, and then go to the other side and come back to center. So then I can do something else that will work along with the pose that I'm doing. All right, I hope that is helpful, and I'm looking forward to sharing next week a couple of other yin yoga poses for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. You can also contact me at goodfoodonearth@gmail.com. And if you are a Whole Food Health Club member, which is just $60 a month, you get free access to weekly yin yoga classes every Thursday. They're happening on Zoom. And also weekly Tai Chi, Qigong, Shibashi sessions, which are every Wednesday. All right. If you are interested in those as well, you can check out my events page at goodfoodonearth.com. Have a good one.